Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel MLT Lectures. In this video, we will discuss about culture media that are used in microbiology lab. As we all know that a bacteria cannot be grown or isolated in a pure form without the use of culture media. So, there are various kind of culture media that we use to isolate bacteria. Now, let's look in detail about each of them. Culture media are those media which contains nutrient and physical growth parameters that are necessary for microbial growth. They are used for isolation and maintenance of pure culture and also used for identification of bacteria according to their biochemical and physiological properties. Hence, bacterial culture media can be classified on the basis of composition, consistency, and purpose. First, we will look culture media on the basis of consistency. It can be classified into solid media, semi-solid media, and liquid media. Solid media or a medium. Solid medium contains agar at a concentration of 1.5 to 2% or any inert solidifying agent. It has physical structure and allows bacteria to grow in physically informative or useful ways. Solid medium is useful for isolating bacteria or for determining the colony characteristics of the isolates. Solid media in a Petri plate. Semi-solid media. Semi-solid medium is prepared with agar at concentration of 0.5% or less than that. They have soft custard-like consistency. They are useful for cultivation of microaerophilic bacteria or for determination of bacterial motility. SIM media is the perfect example for semi-solid media. Liquid medium or a broth. These media contain specific amount of nutrients and they do not have trace of gelling agents such as gelatin or agar. Broth medium serve as a various purposes such as for propagation of large number of organisms, fermentation studies and various other tests like sugar fermentation test. Now, culture media on the basis of purpose. They are classified as basic media, special media, transport media and assay media. Let's look into basic media. They are basically simple media that supports most fastidious, non-fastidious bacteria. Peptone water, nutrient broth and nutrient agar are considered as basal medium. These media are generally used for isolation of bacteria. Nutrient agar on the screen. Now moving to spatial media. Enriched media is also a type of spatial media. It contains extra nutrients in the form of blood, serum, egg yolk, etc. When an extra nutrient like blood, serum, egg yolk are added to a basal media, it makes enriched media. These media are used to grow nutritionally exacting bacteria. Blood agar, chocolate agar, Loeffler serum, slope are some examples of enriched media. Now, selective and enrichment media are other kind of spatial media. These media are designed to inhibit unwanted commensals and contaminating bacteria, which helps to recover pathogens from a mixture of bacteria. Don't get confused between selective and enrichment media, because selective media are agar-based, solid in consistency, whereas enrichment media are liquid in consistency. Both these media serve as the same purpose. Various approaches to make a medium selective include addition of antibiotics, dyes, chemicals, alteration of pH, or combination of these all. Examples of selective media include thiamartin agar for Neisseria gonorrhoeae, mannitol salt agar or salt milk agar for Staphylococcus aureus, potassium telluride for Corynebacterium dictvire, and TCBS agar for Vibrio cholerae, crystal violet blood agar for Streptococcus pyogenes. Then enrichment media's example include selenite F broth, tetrathionate broth, and alkaline peptone water. Selenite F broth is an enrichment media. Now, differential or indicator media. Certain media are designed in such a way that different bacteria can be recognized on their basis of colony color formed on the media. Such media are called as differential media or indicator media. Differential media allow the growth of more than one microorganism of interest but with morphologically distinguishable colonies. When different microorganism is grown in a same culture media, they appear morphologically different. Some examples are mannitol salt agar, blood agar, MacConkey agar, TCBS. Blood agar differentiate the various kind of hemolysis, that is alpha, beta and gamma hemolysis. Likewise, MacConkey agar is used to differentiate between lactose fermenter and non-lactose fermenters bacteria. Here we can see MacConkey agar with both lactose fermenting and non-lactose fermenting colonies. This is blood agar showing different kind of hemolysis. Then we have transport media. Clinical specimen must be transported to laboratory immediately after collection to prevent overgrowth of contaminating organisms or commensals. This can be achieved by using transport media. This transport media prevent drying of specimen, maintain the pathogen to commensals ratio, and inhibit the overgrowth of unwanted bacteria. Some examples are Claribel transport media, Venkataraman Ramakrishnan media, Pike's media, Sachs buffered glycerol saline media. Now, anaerobic bacteria are bacteria which need low concentration of oxygen. To grow this kind of bacteria, we use a special media called anaerobic media. Robertson-Cook meat media is the perfect example for anaerobic media. This is used to grow Clostridium species, which contains bullock herd meat. Next example for anaerobic media is thioglycolate broth. Here RCM showing proteolytic and saccharidic reaction. The last one we have is assay media. These media are used for the assay of vitamins, amino acids and antibiotics. Example, antibiotic assay media are used for determining antibiotic potency by the microbial assay technique. There are various other types of medium. They may be media for enumeration of bacteria, media for characterization of bacteria, maintenance bacteria, etc. This is a Muller-Hinton Akar showing assay of antibiotics. Thank you. Hope you like the content. Please like, share and subscribe the channel.